Hey guys, Chris Arnett here for Card Player TV, and for this edition of Ask Jack, I've got a very controversial topic that I've gotten a lot of response about. Jack, thanks so much for coming.
My pleasure.
So, with the recent airing of the World Series of Poker, there was a hand that came down where a Russian gentleman named Lisov was in a pot against Brandon Cantu. On the river, Lisov took his chips. It was a stack of 3 million chips. He pushed them forward like this and was well past his cards, then pulled them back, cut the chips in half, and bet 1.5 million. Cantu then called the floor, and the floor ruled that he was only obligated to bet 1.5 since he did not release the chips. Was that the correct ruling?
Yes, it was.
And why is that?
Well, unless you cut the chips past, like here we have a betting line. If you cut the chips past the betting line, they're in the pot. If you've got your hand on the chips and you move them past the betting line, but you don't release them, you can take them back, but you could receive a penalty for that.
Okay.
So the 1.5 million bet was correct. If they wanted to, they could give him a penalty for, like unsportsmanlike conduct or something, but technically he was within his rights since he didn't let loose of the chips or announce a bet.
Okay, so the cutting of the chips and letting go makes the bet.
Yeah,
stay.
and it's also why it's so good to have the betting line.
Right.
For the same reason.
Okay, so in one of your tournaments, how much would that penalty be if a player was doing this often, or?
Well, I give them 10 minutes the first time, 20 minutes, 40 minutes, and disqualification.
Right. Thank you so much, Jack.
You're welcome.
If you guys have a question, make sure to send it in to AskJack@cardplayer.com.